How's it going, guys? Mike here, and I am just another UK gamer, and today we are talking all about Blackout, which is the new Battle Royale game for Black Ops 4. And I want to talk about how I think it's going to be so much better than Fortnite. Fortnite at the moment is topping the charts of any game on any platform, and I honestly think that Blackout could be a real challenge to this game, and there was a few points why, and I'm going to go into detail with that later on in the video. Before we do jump in, if you guys could leave a like, that would mean a lot to me. If you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And with all that said, let's actually jump into today's video. Now, how we're going to do this is I'm literally just going to give 3 points of why Blackout's going to stand out and 3 points of why Fortnite is already standing out, and then give my reason to why I think that Blackout is obviously going to be better than Fortnite. But just before we jump into it, what is Fortnite and what is Blackout? Well, I'm pretty sure you all know what Fortnite is. I mean, everyone's playing it nowadays. If you're not playing it, someone's talking about it. At least one person in your group of friends knows what Fortnite is, and you probably know what Fortnite is because of it. It's a free-to-play battle royale, which is literally on every platform at the moment, and it honestly is taking the charts every single week. All I hear about, all I see is Fortnite. It's getting a little bit annoying now, so hopefully Blackout will knock that out of the charts. But you know what Fortnite is, and Blackout is the brand new battle royale game that is coming with Black Ops 4. We've not really got any other information on it other than what I'm about to talk about in a minute. They haven't really given us any gameplay or any information. They've kind of kept that secret, which it could be for good causes. It could be because obviously they want to wait until maybe Comic-Con, I think it is, or Gamescom. They want to try and obviously reveal it there. But anyway, let's jump into the 3 features that I think is going to make Blackout stand out. The first one is the map actually consists of every single map that was made in Black Ops 1, Black Ops 2, Black Ops 3, and Black Ops 4. So right there, instantly, if you've ever played a Black Ops game, the nostalgia is going to be there, making this a more enjoyable experience just from day one. Then on top of that, they're also adding every single weapon that we've used. I don't know if they're adding like every weapon, but the majority of the weapons from Black Ops 1 through to Black Ops 4, they're going to be inside that. And on top of that, they're adding zombies maps in there as well. Not just multiplayer, there's going to be zombies, there's going to be campaign maps and guns. There's also going to be multiplayer. So instantly, the amount of nostalgia that's going to be there on day one is going to be intense. Obviously, if you've not played a Black Ops game before, you honestly will not care about this. You'll just be looking for, does the map look cool? Does it play well? But obviously, us guys that have been playing all the Black Ops series and played multiplayer, zombies, campaign, the nostalgia is going to be so high on the release of this game because we've all played it before, we've all been there. It's going to be nice to revisit them in remastered editions or remastered versions and see them in different ways. And apart from that, there is really nothing else we know about how the map is going to look, just the fact that it is made up of all the old maps and all the old weapons. The second thing that stands out about Blackout is the fact that you can use tanks, you can use cars or motorbikes, you can use boats, and you can use helicopters. There is no Battle Royale game out there right now that currently supports using air vehicles or using sea vehicles. I know that PUBG actually supports, you know, cars and motorbikes, you can drive them around, but this is going all out. This is doing a proper war battle royale. It's letting us use helicopters, it's letting us use boats, it's letting us use tanks, it's letting us use big massive jeeps or cars. So instantly that's going to make it stand out. Then on top of that, with the nostalgia at the release, this honestly is going to be one of the best battle royale releases this year in my opinion. And the third one is the map is said to be 1,500 times bigger than Nuketown. Now, obviously, people may not know what Nuketown is, but if you do know what Nuketown is, I'm going to try and compare this to the Fortnite map. I'm going to try and do this in the best possible way that I can. Now, on screen here, you can see a little diagram that I've added into Photoshop. The little flashing square is Greasy Grove. I tried looking at locations and, you know, looking at sizes of Nuketown, and Greasy Grove is pretty much the same size as a Nuketown. So what I decided to do is go over Greasy Grove and try and take a measurement of it. And that measurement, when I got out of it, was 1.5 centimeters times 1.5 centimeters. So I decided to do the entire map. And the map averaged at around 25 centimeters by 25 centimeters. That's the actual blue lines that you can see on screen. So it's actually going to be less than this because obviously there's loads of sea in there as well, which you cannot travel along in this game. So if we take the Greasy Grove, for example, and it was 1.75 times 1.75, and then we do that with the whole map, so that we've got to really do how many times can 1.75 fit into 25, and then obviously when doing them calculations, you get 14. And then when doing all the calculations, you basically gotta just do 14 times 14 because that's the amount of blocks that can fit in. And then when actually doing 14 times 14, you get 196. So in the entire of the Fortnite map, Nuketown could fit into it 196 times. And that's not even with the limitations of the sea on the outside. In reality, Nuketown could only fit into the Fortnite map about 170 times. And this map for Blackout is going to be 1500 times Nuketown. So it's literally going to be at least 7 or 8 of the size of Fortnite. This map is going to be huge, meaning that there is going to be more than 100 players allowed in this map. Why would they make a map that's like 7 times the size of the Fortnite map just to only add 100 players onto it? This map is going to be huge, and I think that's another reason why Blackout is going to stand out to any other battle royale out there, because it's got all the old guns, all the old weapons. You can use tanks, you can use cars, helicopters, boats. It's going to have a huge map, the biggest map that any battle royale has ever seen, and that is why I reckon Blackout is going to really top the charts when it comes out. But now let's go into the Fortnite side. Now, what is Fortnite? I explained what Fortnite is at the start of the video. It's just basically a free-to-play battle royale that has been taking the charts lately. And the 3 features that I think actually makes Fortnite stand out at the moment is it started as a free-to-play game and it launched on all platforms. So this straight away was definitely a head start, because obviously Blackout is not going to be free. You have to buy the $60 or the £50 base game just to get Blackout. So this is definitely like one up that Fortnite had. It released free. And obviously it launched on all platforms at the same time. So yeah, that's kind of one thing that it had up on Blackout. The second one is it gets regular weekly updates. It has new weapons like every week. It has new skins every day. Now, we don't know if Blackout is going to consist of that because the game isn't out yet. So I really can't kind of compare the two. All I can say is that right now what Fortnite is doing well is it gets regular weekly updates, it gets regular weapon updates and map changes, and gets loads of skins. And the third thing is it actually adds in-game cinematics and world events. Now this is a first for me. I have never seen an event in a battle royale where everyone can come together at a specific time on a specific day and something will happen. You can only see that once. That's what happened with the rocket just a couple of days ago. So I definitely think that things like this, that's what's making this game stand out. It gives us little Easter eggs in the game to tell us about the map change. And again, I can't compare it to Blackout because Blackout, as we don't know if anything's going to change about it. You never know. We may be able to blow buildings up like you can do in Battlefield. There's physics in Battlefield where you can blow buildings up. But we don't know if Blackout can do any of that yet. So I really can't compare that. That's just another feature that really stands out in Fortnite. So now you guys have heard obviously why I like Blackout, what makes it stand out, and you've heard what makes Fortnite stand out as well. So what I want to finish this on is my opinion. Which do I think is going to be the best and why? And honestly, I'm calling Blackout right now. I'm saying Blackout will be the best. Yes, Fortnite's been fun, but for one, Fortnite has already been out a year. The game is kind of not as popular as it used to be. I've seen views drop in Fortnite quite a bit recently, and that's just because it's the same game over and over again. Yes, they changes small aspects about the map, adding new things into it, but it's still the same map over and over again. Blackout is going to be something fresh. It's going to be something new, and launching with a map that's going to be 7 times the size of Fortnite, it's already going to get people excited. Now, I don't know if that's 100% the final calculation, because he just compared it to 1,500 times bigger than Nuketown. And obviously, we just done a small calculation today, so it may only be like 3 or 4 times the size of Fortnite. But all I know is it's going to be a lot bigger than Fortnite, meaning there's probably a lot more players than we think. On top of that, on Blackout, you can actually use vehicles. Like, I know vehicles may not work in Fortnite, but honestly, being able to use tanks, being able to use helicopters, and boats and cars, it's honestly going to make that war game. It's going to make a really true battle royale war game, and I think that's why it's going to top the charts over Fortnite straight away. And yeah, I think we're going to end the video on that. I just wanted to talk about battle royale today. I had a random idea I had, like, let's just talk about Blackout. No one really talks about Blackout because we're not getting the information. Everyone's talking about Fortnite, so how about we just make a random unscripted video, give some points of why Blackout's good, give some points of why Fortnite's good, and just explain obviously my opinion. This whole thing has been biased. It's my opinion. It may not be true. Actually, none of it is true. It's all my opinion. But when you actually add up the facts, you see a fresh game coming out with a huge map, with all the nostalgia from the old games, being able to use land, air, and sea vehicles. To me, that screams out it's going to be a hell of a lot more fun than what Fortnite is right now. As I said, Fortnite has its good points, it has its bad points. But Fortnite's becoming boring for me. I don't really play it as much as I used to. I just don't see myself enjoying Fortnite as much as I used to. Maybe if they changed the map up a little bit more and gave us a new map, then maybe I'd be interested again. But honestly, I am super pumped to Blackout. And you guys should be too. If you've ever played any of the Black Ops series, you're going to enjoy this. I'm telling you right now. Yes, it's not free. Unfortunately, you have to buy Black Ops anyway, but the game's going to be launching with 4 zombies map. And obviously, I think it's 16 multiplayer maps, 4 of them are remakes as well, which we've already got our hands on. So, I mean, for £50 or $60, you are getting a lot of content. You're getting a fully fledged multiplayer, which in my opinion is one of the best multiplayers made in the last few years. You're then getting Blackout, which obviously I've explained what's coming in Blackout, and then you get 4 fully fledged zombies maps on release, which in my opinion, how is that not worth £50, $60? How is that not worth that? I do not know. So guys, we're going to wrap the video there. That is honestly my opinion on Blackout and why I think it's going to absolutely knock Fortnite out the charts. If you guys agree, let me know in the comment section below. If you don't agree, let me know why in the comment section below. I'll try and reply to as many comments as I can. As I said at the start of the video, please do leave a like. It means a lot to me. And if you are new around here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit that little notification bell. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you all in my next video.